Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about DIY. So of course, as you guys probably already know, we sell a lot of the supplies, materials, things like that for the Hydrographics. We also have a DIY section, as well as pretty much the section that you can buy all of your paints, your primers, clear coats, all of that, films and everything. So kind of wanted to shoot a quick little tips and tricks video for a lot of the DIY people out there, and also give them a little bit of how to use certain stuff, especially going on to our aerosol cans. So what we've got here is we've got our aerosol activator. So a lot of y'all have probably seen it. I'm sure a lot of y'all have probably even used it. Works really well, but wanted to shoot a quick little video on it just to kind of give you guys an idea on how to use it, why to use it, and of course when to use it. So let's say that I've got a part here. Maybe this could be like a buttstock on the back of an AR-15 or something kind of small, something like that. The aerosols work pretty well for that. Once you start getting into the larger items, bigger material, aerosols are probably not going to be my first choice for sure. And so you definitely want to keep that in mind. Like if you're trying to do the front grille of a Jeep or a GMC or something like that, you probably don't want to be using an aerosol with that. You're going to get really inconsistent results. You're not going to get the pattern that you need, and you're not going to be able to get it fully activated as well as you can with an HVLP gun, like what you've seen in a lot of my other videos. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's kind of go over a little bit on spraying the activator and using the film, and also getting everything set up correctly. So of course we've got the part that's already painted. In this case, we've just got a little speed shape here, and then we've already got our film cut out, ready to go. So this film that we're actually using is our SKO 389. It's a camouflage. It's a really popular camouflage film a lot of people use. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to lay it in the water. Of course, 60 seconds on the water, and you normally want to be around 80 to 90 degrees with your water temperature. So we'll set that down like that and start our timer. And then of course we're going to pull our dividers in. Now you'll see that my film is starting to expand a lot. So it's not a big deal, it's not going to hurt anything, but we want to leave a little bit of room. Now not every film will do this, so of course every film will be different. In this case, this one does. Not a big issue. We'll take this now that it's already expanded out, and we'll pull this back in, so then that way we can pull our divider down right into there and pull that down nice and tight, so then that way we get a good crisp image all the way down through here, and we don't have a lot of stretch or anything like that. So the biggest thing with the aerosol activator is that you want to go in nice smooth strokes all the way back and forth, and you want to make sure that you apply the same amount as much as possible throughout the entire thing, because of course you apply too much, it's not going to work correctly. You apply too little, and it's not going to work correctly either. So 60 seconds on the clock. Let's grab some gloves on and let's get started. So we got our speed shape here, and so of course we got our activator. And so what we're going to do here is we're just going to go in strokes like this. That way it's less passes that we're going to have to go, instead of doing like this right here. So we're going to take this and just test it out, make sure everything's good with it, and then we're just going to just spray this back and forth just like this. Now on something like this, I am a little bit higher up off the water, but the nozzle atomized it really well. Everything came out really good. I've got a nice smooth glass surface all the way across here. Everything is glassed out. It's smooth, it's ready to be dipped, and so of course we'll take this speed shape here, and then we'll dip this in just like that. And there we go. And that is a very beautiful print, really good high definition color in it. Everything looks good with it. So of course we can go ahead and we can rinse this, and then once we rinse it, if there is any touch-ups with it, we can do the touch-ups and then clear coat it either in a matte finish or gloss finish, and then you're pretty much ready to go. So now that we've kind of showed you that, I'll kind of go through that again just to make sure that you kind of got the idea on it. So normally whenever you're spraying your activator, normally with a can, you want to be a little bit higher, but you want to try to hold it almost straight up and down like this right here. So then that way your pattern, your stream is going directly on the pattern itself. And so you don't want to sit here like this, because you'll notice that a lot of this activator is just kind of just blowing away. But if you go like this, you can see that it's focusing it more down onto the print. So you definitely want to make sure that whenever you're spraying it, you try to keep it, of course you don't want to hold it like that, because then you're going to lose some of your material getting sucked up into the can. So you want to still hold it at probably about a 60-degree angle or so, something like that, depending on how you look at it, 30, 60, whichever, but angle like this, whatever that degree is, just like that. You'll figure it out. Anyways, so you want to hold it at about an angle like this. So then that way, as you're spraying it, you just, like I said, you want to make nice, smooth, even strokes as you're going back and forth, and you want probably about a 20%, 10% overlap between each pass. Now I know on paint, you normally want about a 50% overlap, and that's great. But on the activator, you don't want to over-activate it. And of course, you don't want to under-activate it. So there's that fine line in that happy medium. But the nice thing is, like I said, with something really small like this right here, these cans work great. You don't need an air compressor, you don't need a really expensive gun, and you can get a really good dip out of it. But whenever you are moving on to larger pieces, these are going to be a little bit harder to spray, because you're going to have to keep it in line going all the way back and forth, and that's definitely going to be a little bit harder. So hopefully this has really helped you guys out. If you're interested in the activator, we'll post a link of it in the description below, so that way you can go and check it out. And if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and we're making hydrographics great again. We'll see you guys next time.